Hey guys, welcome to But Now We Said It.
Today we're going to be breaking down our favorite seasons of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, and I am very excited because the Beverly Hills Housewives were my gateway drug.
They were
mine too. Interesting.
Yeah.
They were my absolute favorite.
Yeah. I'm just very excited. I'm excited.
So we're going to go one by one and say how we ranked all 10 of the Beverly Hills seasons, and then we're going to deep dive a little bit to why we ranked where we ranked.
We're going to deep dive.
Right. I'll go first. Let me start from worst to best. So the worst season for me was season 6, then season 8, then season 9, then season 7, then season 10. And rounding out my top 5 are season 4 in 5th place, season 1 in 4th place, season 5 in 3rd place, season 3 in 2nd place, and season 2 as the best season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Okay, some of mine align. Some of mine align.
Okay, I'm curious.
So
You go.
mine, starting from worst to best.
Okay.
Season 8 is obviously the worst season
Okay.
of Housewives of all time. Not even just
I might
Beverly
agree as
Hills.
well.
It is
Right.
of all time.
I might agree as well.
And then we go season 7, then season 9, then season 6, then season 10, then season 4, and then my top. Oh, sorry, I should have said top 5.
I literally just.
My top 3 are season 1 is in 3rd, and then for tie, I have 3 and 5. They tied for me, and then my favorite season of all time of all Housewives is season 2.
Okay, so we're along the same pages.
Okay.
Steve, where do you line up?
Okay, from bottom to top. The worst season, season 8. Worst. Then season 9. Then season 6. That was your worst. Then season 7. Then season 10. It's like right in the middle. Then the top 5. Season 4. Then season 3. Then season 1 in 3rd place. Season 2 is in 2nd place. Season 5 is 1st place.
Okay.
Our like top 3s are all matching.
Uh-huh. Shut your mouth. I've had enough of you, you beast. To me, it just has to be. Yeah. How dare you?
How dare you?
We say this on
You
every
came
show.
into my house, and I apologize. Actually, you didn't. Actually, you didn't.
I could do.
I
it
don't
all day.
like you. You know what? I can't think of one goddamn thing to like about you right now.
I could do it nonstop.
Nothing.
All right, wait. We'll get distracted. Okay, wait. Malcolm, you didn't do your homework.
I did it.
Okay, speaking to the mic.
I did it. But I just assumed you were doing the top 3 rankings. And so
It's totally not what we said. Like at all. We went over
Literally,
this.
if you saw the notes, it says rank them.
And
all seasons.
Aneal in the group text sent his top 10. So that excuse is void.
my boss decided to have a conniption today.
No, we just saw this
I-
but a few minutes.
So my top,
Guys.
Jeff, you only watch half the episodes.
And
so
listen, I come
here's
out
the deal.
fucking swinging. Well, that sounded so egotistical. No, I mean, like, I still come with my convictions, and I know enough.
Well, we haven't heard his convictions yet, so we got it. Here we go.
Listen, I am a human. I had a human moment and I forgot. But I will say from least to best.
You've only got 3. Let's get going. Okay.
No.
Do you have 3 or 5?
I'm going to do best to least. My top is, I think 1 and 2 are tied because it kind of goes into like a part 1, part 2 saga,
yeah,
I feel
That's
the
you
same way.
know? And I just rewatched it and it's just up there.
Mine is Russell suicide. Wait, was that?
That was season 2.
That was season
Yeah.
2.
But like, there was so much in season 2 that it just.
Yeah,
Right.
you're right. Okay.
Then
Yeah, there's only one more slot.
I know, right? Season 5, where Lisa and Eileen first come on. I think that's where they go to Amsterdam.
Yeah.
Yep.
That's really good. And season 6, actually.
That was my least
That
favorite.
I want you off the show.
No,
so
no,
badly.
because there are still a lot. Because that is when Yolanda stops wearing her makeup, where there's more drama about Munchausen. And you got this like girl that's like randomly connected to O.J. Simpson, and like doesn't get what she wants. It's a good season.
That's what. Oh wait, I will say Catherine is an underrated housewife.
I
Yes, she should have gotten another shot.
think she's too normal.
I don't think we got enough. Her husband's so fucking.
Disagree. I'm
And
so unattracted to him.
I also,
Really?
Yeah.
I
She's
also think she
manly.
talked a big game, and then when Faye was around, she didn't deliver.
One of my favorite Housewives scenes is so underrated when they're at the thing and they're talking. Faye can calmly end the fuck out of you, and then they're saying something, and then she goes,
I just had an exorcist.
you're saying something. You're saying something about me, and then Faye goes, yeah, but nothing pejorative, and then Catherine just like totally back down. She goes, there is nothing.
That's what I mean. Like,
And then Faye goes, right. I was like, there's nothing pejorative or anything.
And there's nothing to discuss, is there?
Yeah. And
Oh,
Catherine's just like,
queen.
oh.
So let's just start at the bottom. So consistently we had 8.
season
The bottom
8
two.
is
Awful.
the absolute worst of all time. I remember when the trailer came out. I remember vividly watching it, and it got to the point where Dorit and Kyle watched LVP like drive away from them. I'm going home to my husband.
Yes.
And they all like,
And I was like,
and
they
I'm
had
like-
nothing. They have
and
nothing.
I didn't think that was the end, and that was the end of the trailer. And we were like, wait, I thought that was like starting the climax. And there was literally nothing. Teddi, of course, joined that season.
Theodore's first
And
season.
season 8 is the only one that Kim is not in.
Yep, and the only one that I didn't, I missed several episodes.
It was so bad.
To confirm, is 8 the one where they're all best friends and there's no drama
Yes.
without Lisa?
Yes. No, Lisa's in it.
Okay.
But Lisa Rinna
Sometimes I'm
purposely.
like, Malcolm, do you watch Housewives?
I am an everyday viewer. I am here to bring the perspective of that mindset. You guys are the experts.
That's the perspective.
So
I'm kidding.
season
I'm
8
kidding.
is season 8 is when Lisa was like, y'all get paid the big bucks. You guys bring the drama this time. Everyone's attacking me for me
sat
being
back.
messy. So that was when Delilah and Amelia became models. That's when Best Friend Gate happened with LVP, Dorit, and Kyle. That's when Champagne Flute thing with Dorit and Teddi.
Oh yeah, the Coke.
drinking
Oh wait, no.
where-
Yeah, and then Teddi. She was late to meet Teddi.
Just listed a bunch of iconic.
I have
Not
to
at
s-
all.
not
It
at
was
all.
like the most boring season
Okay.
of any Housewives.
Okay.
There's 2 things I just have to say about this season. Was one, the editing was really weird and off. Like what they were focusing, their energy and storytelling was just weird. It was like milking the glasses and then Teddi being late. But had Teddi come in on any other season, just hear me out, she might have actually had a fair shot. Like she was set up from the beginning.
See-
she came on the worst season, so naturally people view her as the downfall of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills in a way.
But for me, I actually liked Teddi.
Okay.
I actually liked Teddi in season 8. I was like, she could, if she comes back, great. If she doesn't come back, also great. I don't really care. Now I don't like Teddi.
I thought she was boring and I didn't like her.
No,
Well, I mean, I just feel like had she been thrown into the mix with somebody
right.
else, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I was gonna say I haven't been thrown into a bonfire then.
yeah, that was a bad season.
All right. So my follow up is season 9. To me, season 9 was very similar to season 8, even though it was the
Pantygate?
Doggate last
Dog-
season.
Oh right. Oh my god.
I forgot
right.
that we're only on 10. I feel like they should be further along.
Right.
You're right.
Right.
I actually didn't mind Puppygate last season as much as I think most people do.
I feel
I
like
liked
had
it.
Puppygate, had that season been 15 episodes,
Yes.
we would have been good. Dragging it into 24 episodes without Lisa Vanderpump in a lot of them, you know what I mean? If we built it up to goodbye, Kyle, like it
Yeah.
could have been a moment.
That's where I actually think Housewives a lot of time go wrong when they
Is
do
the episode
production.
count.
Is
Right.
if you have so many filler episodes, like Atlanta last season, if they shortened it,
Yep.
it would not been nearly as boring. I understand that makes them more money, but for the network,
Yeah.
But for the viewers, that checks us out.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather see like that condensed season of Jersey of
I
12
was just gonna use
episodes.
that as an example. Yeah.
Oh, I was like, there was drama every episode. It made it so much better.
yeah.
It's like Beverly Hills, like now, like this one's different because it is so salacious and interesting. But like, do I need to see like 5 minutes per episode of this Denise scandal for 15, 16?
I think
could
they
be
actually
condensed.
did it wrong for this season. I think they
Right.
they were supposed to have like 20 episodes. Actually could go on more because I actually like this season.
I
if they
do
went
too.
on
I can
more,
keep
then-
going after. I think
This
actually
is
it wasn't
one
the
thing.
pacing. I think I'm upset that this is the finale. I want to
Right.
keep going.
Right.
It's just everything Yeah.
But the viewers are definitely unhappy. So maybe, and then there's
They're never
obviously
happy.
legal
They're
stuff.
never happy. Those fucking
We all had
monsters.
season 10 as 5, so it's crazy to think
Wait,
about.
mine was number 6. We had 5.
Right,
6.
but
Yeah.
like what's
So it's in the
crazy is
middle.
it's all those early seasons, and then it comes to 10 before anything.
Early
else.
seasons except for 5. I think.
Well, 5.
So
right.
5. Let's go
Well,
back.
that's
That's
the
still
mid.
early now.
Let's
Yeah.
go back up to the top then. So, or should we stay at the
No,
top?
let's stay there.
because they're all trash. Those
But
seasons.
like 10, like
Wait, so
I
what
think
are we
the reason why 10 is where it is because it's so similar to early seasons of being like a dark sort of storyline.
I don't agree. Actually, I said this. I said I appreciate season 10 in a much different realm than I do the earlier ones.
it felt light
I
and
do.
fresher in a way. Like it doesn't feel dark to me.
Well, sorry.
Not dark enough.
dark. Sorry, in
Maybe
our
it's not
opinion,
dark.
we
Yeah.
don't feel like it's dark enough, but everyone keeps turning it into a darker thing than
I
it
see what
is.
you're saying.
You know what
We've
I mean?
got
realize
no
that we're like a
suicides, no
dark
beatings.
I know, no, but like I feel like
No Kim Richard drugs.
the way they were treating like the hookup thing and like outing her and the marriage,
Licking a vagina
and-
suicide, addiction.
Yes,
I mean,
I
let's-
know. It's not me thinking
That's
that.
like us in high school. I mean, come
I
on.
know
licking
it's
a
not
vagina.
bitches.
Being
It's
outed.
not me.
Okay, yeah.
No, I just think like people are taking it in that way, and then Aaron wanting to crush Denise's hand.
That
like,
was dark.
All of that stuff, like Big Pharma's following them.
That was weird.
And
Whatever
weird.
happened
Yeah.
to that?
I mean,
I think production was like, we're not filming.
We're
him again.
scared.
well,
right?
no,
Yeah, like-
production was like, no, guys, it's us that's following you.
Yeah, and they're like, we're not giving us airtime,
Imagine
and like,
it's just the production car following.
It
really is.
100% is.
They're too
She's like,
high.
they're following us, and as they're on the radio, they're like, Denise, so we're going to next location. She's like, they're following.
Sorry,
us.
guys, we're just trying to ditch this car behind us.
You guys blew my mind with that.
Okay,
so let's talk about the top 3, which seem to be
Number 2.
5, 2, and 1.
5, 2, and 1.
2 is the best to me.
Right.
2 is my number 2. I think like what it is, I could say as a body of work, but the best standout moments for me were season 5.
Right.
I think I was just more maybe I was more comfortable with it. I think I was more comfortable. The women were more comfortable then. Like, I don't know.
Here's my counter to that. Season 2 was so long because they had so much content. We had Taylor. We had Brandy introduced. We had
Crystal
Dana
Meth.
introduced. We had Kim, who was dating Ken.
Hawaii and crystal meth.
Hawaii.
Or crystal meth in Hawaii.
We had
Crystal meth in the limo. No.
oh, and it was Camille's redemption season.
But that's I don't care about her.
I mean,
No, but
and we
that
had
was-
Adrian.
What
went
does she
fr-
do?
No,
You're such
Adrian-
a ride or die Malufo.
Oh, wait,
No, but it
No.
started at the end of second season, the Adrian and Brandy feud.
No,
No,
it started
third.
in the reunion. You're
yeah.
right.
Wait.
Because Lisa or Brandy was like taking Lisa's side.
Season 2 was Malufo versus Vanderpump, right? I don't know why I said
Yeah.
Vanderpump weird. But
So season 2, you're right. It started because Adrian allegedly tried to get Brandy to show up to the Polo Lounge to get in on everyone coming for LVP,
something with Cedric too, right?
and then Cedric
right.
stuff.
Okay, so 2's our number 1. All right. I see all those moments. I totally do. I think for whatever reason, I think I go back to rewatchable. I a lot of times realize that I judge my seasons on what's
That's
rewatchable.
actually a
That's
fair
a good
point.
For
point.
some reason, season 5 is much more rewatchable for
Yeah.
me than
It's not
season
as
2.
dark.
Oh no, it's still pretty dark too.
Well, I think what was cool about season 5 is like they got like this is the trope of like actresses coming
Yes.
in. Like Eileen has Emmys.
Yeah.
Lisa Rinna is known. Like it changed the landscape of Housewives in a way, especially in Beverly Hills.
but it was a good mix of them. I think now it's kind of too far in that direction. It was a good mix of that plus old school plus Kim. Like
right.
Kim, we were pre-relapse, just a
Yeah.
few months before.
Let's talk about your arrest.
Yeah, which one? We were for a few months before the bomb and the Target theft, and so we saw that coming out, and like I forgot where I was going. I'm just thinking
the fact that there was like actresses and money, and it just elevated Beverly Hills in a way.
When there was so much talk of Lisa Rinna like possibly joining, prior to that, like there was like, oh, I think she's gonna join. I think, and fun fact, like she tried to get on season 1.
I know they did,
but
That's
Andy
crazy.
said no because
No,
I didn't want actresses,
which
I
is funny
wanted,
because Kim and
like,
Kyle,
no
but
name type deal,
Right.
But some would argue, and I love season 5, but some would argue that bringing in the actresses is what the downfall was.
a lot of people argue that like
Yeah.
no more actresses, and I'm like, first of all, again, Kim and Kyle were actresses, things like that.
Right.
I think that like it's not that, it's the tone they've taken it, and it's certain people that they brought in.
Maybe retired actresses could be like the happy medium because
Right.
I think that is you're representing LA and this
Beverly
Hollywood
Hills,
like
Hollywood, yeah.
landscape.
Yeah,
so
true.
you have to be kind of integral
Yeah.
with that.
That's why
but don't come on there like being an actress.
And that's what I've always said my argument for Eileen is. Like, I don't think she was a good reality TV person because she was too theatrical and like too in.
I think that's just her natural.
I think that is
to be a soap actress.
Well, that's what I think she
She's probably
treated
got
it
used to
as
it.
like a scripted thing versus treating it as living her truth and in reality and being natural.
I don't know, that feud with Lisa when she just was trying to articulate her feelings. I don't think you get more real than that.
My concern is different. My concern is if they're still trying to be working actresses, and this is probably what we're seeing with Denise, is they're very concerned about their image.
Yes.
When you know you're going reality star, it's almost better to be like, fuck it, balls out. I do drugs. Fuck this girl, ho, whatever. And
well, I think a lot of times they think going into reality TV is career suicide.
That's right. Yeah.
Well, that was the narrative. At
Yeah.
one point,
And
too.
it's yeah.
But now, I mean, we're seeing Garcelle and Denise really actually using this platform to re-energize their careers.
When what was cool about season 5 too, that I think is like underappreciated, was that Eileen kind of ruffled Lisa Vanderpump in a way that we haven't seen before. Like they never went at it, but
in
they
season
just.
You know what it was
I thought
too?
that was season 6.
She did. Yes, she did. It wasn't until season 6. But you know what it was? Is that with Eileen and Rinna coming in, mainly for whatever reason, it was more Eileen, like somebody that had Emmys, higher actress. It almost was as if that they were more famous and elevated than.
Right.
So she was so threatened by that.
Yep.
And I also feel like LVP didn't think she could sort of manipulate Eileen like she could Rinna.
She couldn't.
Yeah.
Eileen is smart.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Eileen
So
was
smart.
a lot less likely to do all of that nonsense, and where Rinna fell right into the trap.
Right.
I agree. I think that like overall, it goes back to chemistry too. And I've spoken about this about like antagonists, protagonists, things like that. That was the last season of Beverly Hills that we had so many individual little scuffles and things like that.
Yeah.
It was very messy in the best way. Meaning what we've gotten since then is this kind of streamlined storyline.
Yeah.
They really have leaned into focusing on one thing, and I don't know if they purposely do it or if
they
it just
have.
I guess
No, they're like it started with munchin, schmouchin.
Right.
Yeah.
The harping of it.
Yeah.
I feel like there's something to do with like the law of attraction there, because I feel like they all just inevitably become these great friends and kind of look out for each other in a way, and not trying to necessarily.
I don't want to see.
I do agree with that. I think the sociology experiment does not work on them because they actually try to become legitimate
remain
friends
good
and
friends.
remain good friends.
Right, but
Motherfuckers.
there's a way, like the Potomac women, the Roni women, the Atlanta women, they acknowledge it's a sisterhood and we can have each other's
But we still
backs,
gonna
but
fucking
rip me to
scrap.
shreds. Right,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's how sisters fight. Real sisters go at the jugular and then they make up and give us these loving moments, you know?
It
Yeah.
also taps into like a cultural thing, just because like how like Black women like are more like disposed to interact. Like they can separate like a job and like from real life and like do what they need to do and like come back.
That's
Right.
a really that's an interesting
Different
perspective.
personal
Of
They're
that.
used to like almost separating their identities in a way.
Mm-hmm.
Because they talk about like turning it on and off, kind of.
Yeah.
What's the actual?
There's a
a
know what
word
you
I
mean.
forget
Yeah,
what it
there's
is.
a term.
Code? Is it code?
A code switch? No,
Code
that's-
switching. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sort of like when you're in an environment that like is maybe like in their job and majority white,
Yeah.
whatever. It's code switching.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
No,
that's interesting.
But then you see that with we're seeing that with New York women.
York,
So
they-
it's like
where their sisters.
I
too.
think it's a Beverly Hills culture thing, and it's
Yeah.
and again, it's a lot of them maintaining their image. They've all been in Hollywood forever. It's like they're very image concerned. But we're going for a little tangent. So season 5, and I think a lot of our other seasons post season 5 were on the lower end of the list. What I will say is season 7 has some good moments. That like where was season 7 for
It was
all of you
just
guys?
because Dorit
the
came
lower.
in.
That's Pantygate, no?
Yeah.
My,
that is
so
Pantygate.
for me, season 10 was number 6. Season 7 was number 7. Wow.
Yeah, I don't know. There wasn't much there. What I liked about season
Well, no, I think I just think of like Junk Boat.
so matter of fact.
Yeah, I think about Junk Boat and where people doing coke in your bathroom.
right.
Oh,
And,
yeah.
and she is close to death.
But
Right.
again, there
Eden
wasn't.
Sassoon.
And it took a lot. I think, like I said, I was just some standout moments.
Yeah, there was moments. You're right.
Okay, but
And
go ahead.
that goes back to the point of like, I think the real villain of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills is the editors, because they aren't great storytellers. Like Roni, Jersey, they really know how to weave and tell a season-long story.
Or is it that the women just are constantly? It's the same thing over and
Right,
over.
it's twofold
that you
in a
can't.
way.
Yeah, that they literally are doing the best they can. To put, I don't know.
It's interesting because I'm more entertained by New York, but I do feel like Beverly Hills editing has more of a a story to it. So it's interesting that you said that. You think New York has more of a story.
Right.
get
Well,
editors,
they're
yeah.
only telling one story.
You're
What
right.
is
That's the big
story other than
difference.
These drunk.
Well, this season
Women.
there is no story.
There is
Right.
no
Well,
story
yeah,
this
that's
season.
the bad
We'll
example.
do that.
But what I liked about season 2, I was just gonna say, is that it was like elevated housewives compared to the other cities, because when they hated each other and the way that they fought was, I don't want to say smarter, but it wasn't like just typical screaming. It
Oh,
was, like,
totally. It was very like manipulative and calculating.
right?
And kind of like that stereotypical like Hollywood catty back talking,
Right.
like we're gonna alienate her, not inviting type of
Yeah.
things.
How about Brandy? Like,
Oh yeah.
they were like, "Oh, who's this girl walking in?" Like when
With
she
the
came in on her
crutches.
crutches, they hit her crutches at game night. They tried to like, which is
They
kind
really
of.
are the mean girls.
I
They
mean,
really
really,
Yeah.
like that was a very different. Like I don't know. It showed how I think that was what I'm saying. Like Kyle was a different housewife. I feel like in the early
always say that too.
seasons.
She totally was.
And then we had like
What's funny is that people actually used to love her more and they hate her more now. And I think she's actually
I think
more,
she's
as
more-
a person, she's more
Yes.
likable now.
She's
way
better
more
and
likable
better
now.
Yeah.
I never liked her.
A lot of people say
Okay,
that.
Theodore
A lot
Mellencamp.
of people say that.
But
Yeah.
It's weird.
I think, and I've said this to you before, like, I think the biggest thing about season 2 for me and why Beverly Hills early seasons were so, like, they made such a huge difference to me was it showed that you can have all the wealth in the world. It does not discriminate against addiction,
Yup.
domestic violence,
Mhm.
mental health issues, like
Crystal meth in the back of a limo. Crystal meth in Hawaii. on the
exactly.
floor.
Like you can have it all. Divorce. That was the other. Like you can have it all, and that's why a lot of people watch it, like for that wealth and like
It was-
aspire to be there. But it took it down to like this. They're just like us.
It was
Yeah.
probably
with a lot of money.
the best dichotomy of like riches and Hollywood glam with
Yes.
like raw, real
Yep.
story. That
Right.
it was the best example of that for sure.
Exactly.
I mean, who came in season 3? Yolanda was the new housewife. In season
Yolanda,
3?
Diva my
Yeah.
love,
I think
my
maybe that's like
baby,
season
my
22.
love.
We got
$2,000
Brandy and
glasses,
Yolanda, and then we
bro.
got Eileen and Rinna. It was like,
Mhm.
Yeah, season 3 was good. I remember. I think I need to go back and. All right, here's the thing. I've tried to go back and rewatch season 3, and I just wasn't as interested. So maybe that's why. But I
You would
remember
have to watch from 1 to get to 3. I don't think you can just pop in. at
Season
3.
three-
I kind of did, and then I was just like, yeah, I don't know why. I
That
think-
was the like surrogate gate.
yeah, and I think that just wasn't super interesting. I wasn't. Remember that girl Marissa, whatever,
Well, I think what
Zanuck. She was a friend of. She was blah.
Is this $25,000 glasses, girl?
Oh no, that's Dana Wilkie.
I also thought it was like super rich in season 3 that the fact that Adrian didn't show up for the like reunion. She was the first one to not show up and obviously
Hate
left the Real Housewives after that. She was fired. But it was just so funny because like she was planning all these attacks on LVP, like trying to like take her down, but then she was basically a hypocrite. She ended up trying to sue Brandy when the previous season she was saying friends don't sue
Sue
friends.
friends,
Right.
yeah.
All of that. It was just, to me, it was just so funny, like that it went down that way.
Quick interjection because we spoke about Dana Wilkie. I don't know if I spoke about this on here
Oh,
before that
yes.
tweet. Guys, a few days ago, Dana Wilkie responded to a tweet of mine
of yours?
from 2017.
You're lying right now.
And this was her tweet to me. I go on a journey at least once a week. Laughing face emoji. But now I do it with my girlfriends and hashtag Miami. And we post it on Instagram. We call it hashtag girls night out.
Groundbreaking.
Yo, the most erratic shit that came. And this has been an erratic week. This is insane.
That needs to be on shirts for bachelorette parties. Like that just
100%.
sums up a bachelorette
But like
party.
randomly replies to a tweet from 2017. I'm like, who's? And I was like,
she's
What
going
was
through all
your
of her
tweet? Do you
hashtags.
remember?
I think it was a video of something from Beverly Hills or
Okay.
something. But like,
You know,
That
she was using her safer at home time to go down every mention that's ever been like said.
Right.
yeah,
Like,
she's like, wow, 2017. I was really living there.
And
That's
while
her
we're
voice.
talking about it, she is on Instagram now, and she did a video saying that Camille deserves a diamond over Brandy because the storyline. She was like, "I'm sure there's plenty of people who suck it all the time, like sucking, like referring to
Sucking
sucking clits."
She's like, they suck all the time. She has that raspy voice too. She's like, Brandy, you know this together. We're girls. We're
Yeah.
doing it. We're doing our thing. She's 25,000.
While we're talking about just body of work for Beverly Hills, I said body of work a lot.
Yeah, let's
Wow.
like easy on. Let's ease on
my
the.
new phrase, body of work.
Body work.
Justice for Carlton.
Yes.
So
Bring her back.
where was season 4 for everybody? I want to see
Oh,
that.
that was
I'm
higher than
confused
this
that none of
low.
those were your bottom season 4.
See, that's the note. See, it's underrated. I agree. I agree.
And Carlton was
It's
the
my
only
fourth.
one that could ruffle
Kyle.
Yes.
Oh, it
that
was
wasn't her
everything.
family.
That's what I mean. I always say that like usually the Kyle never gets aggravated by anything besides her sister Kim. For whatever reason, the only other person that really aggravated her was fucking Carlton. I love when she goes, "Is that a Jewish star?" And Carlton goes, "Are you fucking kidding me? Don't you dare command me! Don't you dare command me!
My
Don't you
favorite
fucking
was
dare!"
the Us Weekly article that said Carlton put a spell.
Wait, on her computer, and then it was like larva wraith. And she was like, "What?"
Even Andy says that he would give her another season.
Oh,
Yeah.
why not?
He literally regretted it. He was like, I think the way she was portrayed was like, what's the word? Like one note.
Yeah, he said we
Yeah.
didn't see your family life so much.
Yeah,
and
we
saw
all we
witch
saw
stuff.
was this like witch life.
Which I
think
also
we
still was
talked
like,
about this, Steve and I. Like, she was a great addition, but introduced too soon, like in the way of the world at that time.
Yes.
Like, the world was
Yes.
not ready
I
to handle
agree.
this
Similar to, like,
potential
ECB.
witch and like coochie munching with like Brandy. Like, it was.
And she was also introduced at the same time
It's
as
Joyce.
Which is
And I
very-
feel like
Joyce a big fat pig.
so I actually can't remember anything that Joyce did other than Brandy calling her
You're a big fat pig.
Like everyone hates Joyce as a housewife. I actually just can't
She
even
called Brandy
remember.
a racist.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
I think like that Carlton should have been full time, and Joyce would have been the perfect friend of that
Yeah.
season to earn
But no,
her spot.
to me, a
Who's she been
friend
a
of.
friend of?
To me, I think some people look at friend of as two different things. Sometimes they look at Joyce could have come in and been glamorous at parties and be like, and then there's the friend of that comes in that just starts shit like a fucking Danielle Staub Marlowe. To me, Joyce is not.
She
a
would
good
have been
friend.
like an
Well, when she
elite
was fighting
friend
with
of.
Brandy-
She would have
She
been
would've
pointless and random.
Oh yeah, they did fight a
like
lot.
she screams at Brandy like next level.
Screamed. Okay,
It was like because
It was
Brandy-
all wrong, but
her and Teddy. I can't.
I'm not standing in Joyce by any means. It's all Carlton all day.
You're like, I'm in the Gerard trod. Whatever the fuck it is.
I'm in the Fat Pig Squad.
The big fat pig squad.
that was the Dream Team season too, right?
Right.
Season
My
3,
Dream Team.
Oh yeah, season 4. Yeah,
Yeah.
It's my
Joyce
team.
was not on the Dream
Team.
Team.
And then Joyce was like,
Because that's when Brady said "Big Fat Pig."
yeah.
Right.
All right. So yeah, season 4 for me. Season 4 was in 5th. So my top top half.
Yeah.
What's going on?
Wow. See, it's literally 5 and like 1 to 5 is the greatness.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's again.
Yeah, you're right. All of my top 5 are 5, 2, 1, 3, 4.
And
Yeah.
then we jump to 10.
Yeah. Totally. Because I want to
Wow.
black out those 6 through 9.
Right.
I really do.
Yeah, I wanted to black it out. You know what's so funny? I reminded you of this story. This is a quick story time. It takes 2 seconds. No,
Detour.
Detour. We were in high school and like there was this girl Sue that used to like buy us liquor. She was like somehow only like 2 grades older, but like 4 or 5 years older. And we were like, what? Her name was Susie House. She was insane. Oh, her name was Suze. Whatever. Who cares?
Okay.
I don't
Yeah.
care. And Susie Q. And I remember one time we were like, what are we gonna do? Like, or are you gonna still talk to Sue after high school? And this girl Sam goes, after high school, I want to forget about Sue. I don't know.
I definitely watching The Hills.
Just remind me because
I'll
like I want to
forgive
I want to
you.
forget about.
And
Yeah, I
I'll
want to forget
forget you.
and I'll forget you. Yeah, one time Susie, she also got in a fight with this girl. She's the one that got the chunk bit out of her arm that I told my podcast.
We stand Susie.
Yeah, well, no, the girl Brittany fucked her up and bit the chunk
Oh,
out, but
so
then Susie
Brittany.
kept going. I had a fight, and Susie was a big girl, and Susie to this day still has a chunk bitten out of her arm.
I literally have a visual of Susie.
Yo, Susie was crazy.
Right.
Is she related to Mike Tyson?
No, I see. No. Brittany was the one that bit,
Oh, Brittany was the biter.
and she just got out of jail
but
2 days
Susie
ago.
was like a bigger girl.
Oh, good for
Yeah.
Brittany.
Well, no, and then she's already been erratic the past few days.
I need to follow her. Give
We,
me her Insta.
I'll fill you guys in after. If she's watching, she fucking hates me. Oh my god, she's gonna okay.
Anyway, what
Um,
if we wrap up by picking 6 to 8 any Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, anyone that has been on the show for the next season? Who would your cast be?
Wait,
Oh wait, say that again.
I blacked out. Yeah.
So pick 6 to 8 women
Oh,
for the next cast, but it can be anybody that's been a previous housewife.
Ooh, okay.
Do you get what I'm trying to say?
yeah,
Yes. All right, I would say Garcelle, Denise, Dorit, Rinna, Kim, Kyle.
That's 6, son.
Well, you can do
6
6
to
to
8.
8, right? Because
Oh,
the
you
most
said
they've
6
had is
okay.
8.
Oh yeah, okay.
Shit. Now I lost my train of thought.
Sorry.
That's 6. Wait.
I'm like enough. Oh, Taylor. Did you say Taylor?
I do love Taylor, but I feel like there's someone I'm missing. No.
Brandy.
Brandy?
I don't think they leave her out. It feels rude.
I forget.
Okay, I think we're gonna move on. From
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who would you know yours?
Yeah, quicker than that.
I think I gave good 6.
Okay.
6 good ones.
Yeah.
Okay. Denise, Rinna, Kyle, Kim, Brandy, Taylor, Dorit. That's 7.
You can get one more if you want.
Motherfuck. Who? Hold on. Shut the fuck up for a second. I mean, didn't mean like that, but maybe Yolanda.
Interesting.
I don't want to bring her back. No, you know what? No, leave her out. There's just that 7. Oh no, Eileen.
Yeah.
Sorry. Yeah.
I figured out where I got lost track. Sorry, I'm ready.
Interrupt.
Garcelle, Denise, Kyle, Kim, Dorit, and then Rinna and Camille.
Ugh.
Oh yeah.
I feel like she would have added like all of that.
That's Kyle.
She roused them up. I mean, she does.
She talks like this, Kyle.
She's an opposing viewpoint.
Right.
She's an annoying viewpoint.
Hey, she shows up and she doesn't leave when people shut her down, and I respect
Camille's
that.
never not waiting outside in a fucking air conditioning vehicle for them to be like, Camille, we want to bring you in. She's like, today, now?
Full glam.
She's like, I'm out. Yeah. She's like, I'm here. She's like, Kelsey isn't here, but I am. Kyle.
Camille's probably the car following Denise everywhere.
Oh my God! That's why they're on the next
100%.
episode.
She's trying to see where they're filming.
100%. And then like Carlton like casts a spell so she knows where both of them are. She's like a locator spell.
I would do Carlton, Camille, Dorit, Lisa Rinna. Did I say Camille Graham already?
Yes.
Yeah.
Brandy Glanville. Denise Richards, and then my girl Teddi Mellencamp.
Okay, your list is disgusting.
But Teddi without Kyle, I just want to see her, and I want to see her with forces like Camille.
the fact that you in an
Brandy.
all-star Beverly Hills cast
Oh, and Eileen. Sorry, is my
And didn't put Kim Richards in there?
and included Teddy.
I just have to ride for her, but in real, maybe I would sub Teddi for Kim.
I do love that none of us have picked LVP so far.
No, I don't need her.
Interesting.
I don't need
I
her.
hope that it stays that way.
Okay, give it
Not
to us, Mal.
Yeah, I don't.
I just want to
here
preface
it
by
comes.
saying
He also asked me. I want to preface by saying, you asked, "Are we doing this for the Beverly Hills cast?" He did. He did ask me. In case we didn't pick that up.
can we edit him out? I forgot where my preface was.
Oh God!
Fuck.
All right.
Okay. Garcelle, Kyle, Dorit, Faye Resnick,
Ooh.
Lisa,
Rinna.
and Rinna.
Oh, wait, no, that's what we're asking. You mean LVP?
If I said and Rinna,
Well,
Okay.
well, no. Okay. Lose the attitude.
you started.
That's
Woo!
true.
Did I say Carlson already?
Yeah, but
No.
put that mic to your lips,
No, he
baby
didn't
boy.
say- Yeah.
Say-
All the
Carlton.
episode, I've been like,
I don't think he said Carlton yet.
no, you didn't. You didn't.
Yeah.
Okay, Carlton. And I know there's one I really want in there. It's probably
Adrian,
Erika.
you said?
Okay.
Oh,
Eric.
Thinking about like Adrian, as we've like talked about, maybe not.
no.
But yeah, that would be it.
LVP, you want her back?
Just to see how she would react with her being exposed, and I would assume if she was back, she would be able to pull the same shit that she was used to, and just seeing her in a more different, calculated way.
Yeah, and I take back my Teddy, and I'm putting
That was
Kim in
what?
there full time.
That's a valid
Yes.
point.
Thank you.
That is.
Jeff.
Listen, I give credit where credit's due.
Yeah.
Malcolm did ask me, "Are we doing this for the Beverly Hills cast?" He did.
Okay, and then should we just close out with our all-time favorite Real Houses of Beverly Hills?
Yeah. And I will start off with Kim fucking Richards.
Go somebody else.
I'm feeling ornery.
Yeah. How you feeling? I'm honored.
I'm ornery.
She didn't make my cast, but just for the moment that she's been giving us with this whole Chicago ramp up, Erika Jane has just had such a nice Real Housewives of Beverly Hills storyline that right now, currently, I'm gonna ride for her.
Aneal, you're filthy.
That is weird.
It's just like
Filthy.
she's had
As your
she's had a
favorite?
good- I mean, I was just saying in this moment.
I mean,
What has
Wait, are you doing
curious.
crystal meth in the
what
bathroom?
has Erica done to?
Because what's
to not-
happening?
to upset either of you?
it's not that she has done anything to upset
just
me.
doesn't
She just
qualify
doesn't
for-
bring
yeah.
enough to the table.
I agree.
I was just saying for the moment high that she just gave us of going in her private jet to Broadway.
Yeah.
That's a fleeting thing, though.
Yeah,
Whereas, like, for Erika, like, to me, like, she used turning looks as her storyline, and that is not a storyline.
I want you turning tricks, not looks. I would
And,
love
like-
to see Marlo.
In a way, it could,
Right.
because
Yeah.
there's never been anything like
Allegedly.
her before.
Who's your favorite?
Dorit is
Insane.
turning
Oh,
looks
yeah.
way more than...
Yeah.
Wait, hold your mic up.
Dorit actually has like crushed Erika Jane in the styling department.
Oh,
Crushed.
That Chanel cop outfit is, guys. Her showing up in athleisure to Theodore's fucking
Yes.
whatever.
Everything.
Yeah. Okay, who's your favorite?
He's like Catherine Edmonds.
No.
He's like Eden Sassoon.
But Eden, forgot about her.
Oh.
What
What
a
is train
interesting
friend
fact.
of? Yeah.
Just for the sake of loyalty, just Lisa Rinna.
You do.
That's a
right?
good
You
one.
love Rinna.
You
her-
do love
and
Rinna,
those
and I
two-
think that's... she's a commendable choice.
she is. She's
She
a
really-
very strong all-star housewife. She's an all-star.
She does her job.
And she was on my all-star cast. And then who else is on my all-star cast is my Beverly Hills MVP, which is Kim Richards. Mhm.
The one that
think-
carries the show.
Mhm.
Right.
Kim Richards,
I'm,
she just steals the show. That's why I didn't put her.
I'm fine with
That's
it.
perfect.
Yeah.
Steal it from me, babe.
I'm retracting my Erika Jane, and I think I'm shifting to Dorit because
Oh.
what Dorit gives. Erika, fashion, all that, but Dorit's story arc has kind of been crazy.
It's incredible.
Honey, you have to stop
stop
saying
saying
that.
She is shining so
Right.
hard right now.
Right.
It's like
And-
insane.
And it's funny. I saw like Christian Grey Snow, which I'm still shocked that's his real name, had said too. He was like, yeah, like him and I both saw that we've been riding for her for years. And
Yeah.
he's like,
Right.
people are just now seeing it. Like she's having her moment, but like it's just people are waking up to it.
Right.
right.
And she's giving us like these
Kinda
weird
like a
quirks
Karen.
that are Roni-esque. Like the fact that she thinks that Buca de Beppo room is like the greatest thing. It's such a Sonia moment. You know what I
That
mean?
it-
Buca de
that's- I
Beppo.
didn't even think about
It
that.
is.
You're so
That's what I've been
right.
saying too. It's the delusion of like Sonia. Like Buca de Beppo. Actually, I think that's what raised season 10 on my list. That's been my favorite storyline of the year.
So random and so great.
the Buca de B.
Buca de B.
And I love. Oh, we need to shout out Sutton too. Sutton was a star.
Right, but I want to see her full time, and she, if anything, could breathe new life to Beverly Hills in a weird
1000%.
way.
1000%.
Her accent's like a bit much. I want her to like tone it down a little bit.
I wanted to
can't
tone it
stand
out.
Up. I was
Can't
gonna
stand
say.
So
Hey.
you know me because I'm tough with accents. If
Right.
we could like Californianize it a little bit.
Oh, I love it. I
Okay.
love that
Love
she.
it.
It even lives up to her being more of a fish out of water.
I'd like to see her in Dallas or
Dinner
Southern
party.
Charm.
So a lot of people do say like she feels more of like a Southern franchise
She does.
because of that. But
But that's the beauty of Beverly Hills.
Yes.
Is these all walks of life
I
just
agree.
land here with money.
yes, yes.
And I do still want Cameron Westcott on Beverly Hills.
Oh my God.
I mean, you just gave me like.
I know
chills
chills.
up my
Cameron
body.
Westcott
I
in
love
Beverly Hills.
Cameron.
Imagine Cameron going at it with Brandy.
Right.
She's like, yeah, Brandy.
That visual
No.
is so good. Or Kim even.
Right.
Kim is this tall and Brandy is to this through, or Cam is through the ceiling.
Yes.
And my favorite thing about Cameron Westcott is she's literally zero. Like no, not wrong on the wrong side of every
Always.
argument. Loses. But
but her convictions
right.
are so good.
They're like, Cam, like, your house didn't sell. She's like, that's right. It didn't. She's like, it did sell. They're like, what? She's like, it absolutely did. They're like, no, it didn't. She's like, it did.
So great.
I love Kim so much.
She's
so
incredible.
much.
Well, I mean, season 10 breathe.
Bread?
Breathe.
What are you thinking
Breathed.
about, girl?
Breathe.
Yeah.
Right.
Aneal, you're a slut bag.
Season 10 bred new life. I said it wrong again. Whatever.
Breathe.
Season 10.
Are you thinking about the dick pic
gave-
situation?
Right.
Yeah.
It brought new life to Real
There
Housewives of
you
Beverly Hills.
go.
I'm
Yeah.
back on a hopeful. You know what I mean? They could have
I
canceled
agree.
it last season. I would have been fine.
Me too.
But now
This
I'm
season I was
excited.
on a high. I told you guys it's the only one that I'm watching live now, and I'm
Yep.
excited for. And we're gonna be watching it live
Tomorrow. Well, actually, we're going to be.
Well,
but-
who the fuck knows when this is coming out? But like, we'll be watching the finale live and whatever.
Cool.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thank you guys. Don't forget to subscribe,
Like,
rate. Is there a rating on YouTube?
with likes and
You
Give
the
thumbs up.
thumbs up.
Okay. Thumbs up or thumbs down? Just thumbs up. Comment. Subscribe.
And
I
let
said
us
that.
know
What you
your
wanna
favorite
see.
season of Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
And why is it 5?
And why is your favorite Kim Richards?
Exactly. And why is your least favorite Theodore?
And then DM me if you want to join the Mellencamp.